This is Adrian Hart with your Southeast Colorado News on seconews.org. We're here with Sarah Dillon of Tri-County Family Care Center. Oftentimes we're talking about cruising into summer. Now we're rolling into fall. That means it's Melon Chunkin time.
Right, yeah.
So tell us about the basics about your annual event.
Okay, it's called a Melon Chunkin Festival.
Okay.
Because we're going to do other activities besides just the contest.
Okay.
So we've got things like, we'll have vendors, we'll have a chainsaw carver that you can watch him carve the wood.
Mm-hmm. Now this is Zach Gardner again?
Yes.
Awesome. I love watching Zach perform, if you will. It's very cool stuff.
Right, yeah, he's good. And then we'll have a beer garden. We've got knights in shining armor.
Okay, so those guys are going to be in the full suits of armor again?
Yes.
Smacking each other with real swords?
Right.
That was incredibly...
And the shield.
It was incredibly popular on my Facebook page last year.
Well, good.
Yeah, we had a couple of those fights that were really in the tens of thousands of views.
Yeah, good. Okay.
So we're looking forward to that again. We'll get some footage of that.
Good. Yeah, they'll be back. And then they'll do the sword fights.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, then we're going to have a chili cook-off, and we'll have a pumpkin patch. In the pumpkin patch, they can come in and decorate those pumpkins, and we'll have a contest on the best pumpkin that's decorated.
Okay.
We're going to do a hay ride. We're going to have a kids zone that is the big blow-up bouncy houses.
Okay.
We'll let you decorate your bike. We want to encourage people to dress up in the medieval days. We're kind of making it like a medieval Renaissance / harvest festival.
It makes sense with the big trebuchet machines to launch those melons, and you've got the knights in the shining armor there.
Right.
Yeah. So bring the family out. I'll bet dress the dog up like a horse, and bring the kids, and bring your medieval garb.
Right.
Yeah, well, very cool.
In fact, a lady from Rocky Ford is going to bring her horse, and she decorates it like a unicorn.
Oh, cool. So there will be a unicorn in real life.
Yes.
So check it out.
Right.
Yeah, very cool. The watermelon eating contest?
Yeah.
That sounds messy.
Yeah, probably is.
Okay.
But also it's going to be a watermelon / cantaloupe eating contest because not everybody likes watermelon.
Oh, okay.
So
makes sense to me.
And I need to mention that the City of Rocky Ford and the Rocky Ford Chamber are helping us with this. So some of these activities are going to be headed up by the Chamber.
Oh, very cool.
So we appreciate that they're helping us.
I appreciate that too. Of course, we're proud members of the Rocky Ford Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
And very cool to see them pitching in at another community event.
Right, yeah. And then we've got Trent Ryan will be our DJ with Arc Valley Entertainment.
Okay. So we'll have tunes.
Right. Some of the other things that we were going to be doing is that we'll have the knights in armor.
Mm-hmm.
We'll lead a parade around the fairgrounds.
Right. And that was a lot of fun last year.
Yeah. Did you get in it?
Mm-hmm, I did get in it with my camera.
Okay.
And we did kind of parade around. And it was a lot of fun. They went through the whole fairgrounds because all the vendors, inevitably, they bring their kids to it because it's a kid activity.
Yeah.
And then all those kids get in the parade, and then they kick that off for their competition, right? They do the parade, and then they start hitting each other with swords.
Right, yeah. And last year we were surprised, or pleasantly surprised, that there was about a dozen people that dressed up in medieval costumes. So we're hoping that we'll have more this year.
Are you going to do a costume contest at all?
Yes, we will. We do a costume contest. We'll have the decorated bikes as a contest, and then also the decorating the pumpkins.
Okay. So, well, the pumpkin patch is a new addition.
Right.
And so are the decorating the pumpkins. Did you guys always do the watermelon eating contest, or is that new?
That's new too. That's something that the chamber wants to sponsor.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Get those seedless ones, and it's a whole lot easier. Otherwise, they eat a lot of seeds.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that they'll get the seedless ones.
Okay. Well, I'll be interested in that. We filmed the slopper contest up at the state fair. And they had professional, competitive eaters. So we watched that guy eat. We watched two guys actually eat 31 sloppers in 8 minutes. Gosh. And it was slightly nauseating.
Oh my gosh.
I'll bet this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, and are you going to do age divisions on the eating contest, or is it going to be just
You know what? I'm not sure. I'm not sure that we're going to have another meeting on Thursday to talk about the final.
Kind of got to see what type of response you get too. Who wants to do it? You know, if you got a whole bunch of kids, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
But we hadn't thought about that. That's a good question.
Okay. So check out the watermelon eating contest. There's going to be a unicorn. All the efforts to have a good time and get out, spend a little bit of money while you're having a good time. All those proceeds benefit Tri-County Family Care Center.
Yes, they do. Yes, and we appreciate that people attend and have a good time.
So do you want to tell us just a little bit about your services there at Tri-County Family Care Center?
Yeah.
Can we just kind of touch on them? We know we have those partners in parenting classes. That's a big deal.
Right. So we're a resource, Tri-County Family Care Center is a resource and referral agency. So if somebody's looking for help for different types of things, we can guide them to those other different resources and so they can get the help that they need. We also have a Right by 3 program where we visit new babies and the mom. We have a Parents as Teachers program that we recruit families that have children prenatal to 3 and visit them twice a month and talk to them about brain development, child development, parenting, discipline.
You give them some resource materials for their first parenting experience.
Yeah. And the PAT educators will work with them to help them keep their child on track developmentally. That's what the activities are for. Okay. And then we have a car seat safety program. We have a program called Family Resource Center program, which is if you need help filling out Medicaid or Medicare applications, food stamp applications, we can help you with that. We have people fill out an intake form. And then they identify what their issues are, and then we try to help them set a couple of goals, maybe a long-term goal and a short-term goal, and then try to work with them, maybe a couple months in a row to make sure that they're back on track. Okay.
Phenomenal programs. You guys really help the community, and you help the segment of the community that needs it the most. Struggling parents.
Right, that's true. That's true.
And so, what a great way to support Tri-County Family Care Center.
Yeah.
So come out the 21st of September, the Arkansas Valley Fairgrounds. We've got a news release we're going to run. We'll put a map in case you guys forgot where the fairgrounds are at, or you're new to town, or maybe you're just coming down for this event. Of course, people from the Tri-County area that you serve are encouraged to come, but anyone's welcome.
Yes, that's true. Now, can I talk some more about the vendors and the contest?
Yeah, let's talk about the vendors and the actual trebuchet, Melon Chunkin contest.
Yeah. Okay. So the vendors, they can have a booth for if you're nonprofit or a safety booth, it doesn't cost you anything. Okay. If you're a nonprofit and you're trying to sell something, we're only going to charge $10. Okay. Food vendors or crafters or retail is $20. If you wanted to set up like a little farmer's market, that's $10. Okay. If you need electricity, it's $15. But you do need to bring your own table, chairs, and your own shade. Okay. But we do have the vendor forms available if somebody wants to contact us, or they are on our website, which is tricountyfamilycenter.org. Okay. And then as far as the contest...
Right, because there's teams and there is an entry fee. Right. So tell us about that.
Okay, it has to be, we want to have like 3 or 4 people on a team. Okay. And if you're going to have children, they have to be 13 years old or older and at least 1 adult. Okay. The cost is $30 a team. We encourage you to figure out who's going to be your captain. And then part of this is to do team building and family strengthening. Much
like your Connect with Legos contest, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So it helps you or we're hoping that this activity will help the families and the teams to work together, to
give each other instructions, follow said instructions, and try not to deviate. Right. And then what you really figure out, the leadership will figure out, is those instructions are so important to word the right way.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, it is definitely a team building exercise when you see these folks loading the trebuchets and launching, and it's pretty exciting.
Right.
Cool stuff.
Yeah. And I've got 3 judges. I've got Cliff Schultz and Robert Hernandez and Gary Reed are going to be our judges. And so they will be judging you according to how you communicate with each other, how you work as a team, if you're encouraging each other, or if you're yelling at each other because you're frustrated.
If you're fighting with each other, it's probably not going to score well.
Right. Yeah, and then also how far your cantaloupe actually is launched.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have the trebuchet. You do not have to build one.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're capping it off at 10 teams.
Okay.
But if you are interested in being a team, you need to get a hold of us again, because we're going to limit the number of teams. We do get the watermelon cantaloupe donated. Hiracata Farms for Marky Ford donates the cantaloupe.
Jerry and Michael and all those guys, also great supporters of Seco News and Tri-County Family Care Center. So kudos to the Hiracatas.
Right, and then Matt Proctor Farms, he donates the watermelon.
All right,
So,
very good. Thank you, Matt.
Yeah. But anyway, we are really excited about, if we can get some teams to come do this. And then we also have an activity after the teams are done that we try to encourage people to pay $5 to have their name put on a number.
Okay.
And so our trebuchet crew team or crew members will launch cantaloupe and watermelon. The cantaloupe will be judged on distance.
Okay.
And so whoever's number comes up as far as, or with their name comes up the farthest, then they can win cash.
Okay.
And I think we did the top 3 on that.
So that's an interesting spin on the traditional raffle, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah. And then we also do a bullseye for when the watermelon are launched. So whoever, again, they pay $5 for a chance on their watermelon or their number getting closest to that bullseye, and they can win some cash.
Very cool.
Yeah. I do want to also thank our sponsors, Total Concept, Black Hills Energy. We've got Rocky Ford Discount Tire, Lewis Nut and Bolt. I better look at my list to make sure I'm
Better check the list. I know I saw them on there.
Yeah.
We'll have them listed on the press release as well. So do support the sponsors, supporting great events like this by going and doing a little bit of business locally, right?
Right.
We did mention Matt Proctor Farms and Hiracatta Farms.
Right.
Who else do we have? Did we get them all?
We've got, again, Total Concept, Black Hills Energy, SM Construction, Rocky Ford Discount Tire, the Hiracatta Farms, Matt Proctor Farms, Sutherland's.
There we go.
And I should mention those. Sutherland's is going to donate a $75 gift certificate, a $50 gift certificate, and a $25 gift certificate for the top 3 in the ones that do the team launching.
Okay.
So those will be nice. And then we also are going to have a little trophy made up that has a trebuchet with a little watermelon on it.
Very cool.
For the first place. Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see what Zach's going to carve and how messy that watermelon eating contest is going to be. Is there anything else that you want to add that we could have missed?
Well, I also need to mention Goblin's. Goblin's has been awesome as far as they've printed out these
nice flyers.
Nice flyers and posters that we've got some posters that are 11 by 17, and he's in the process of making us some flyers that are the little half sheets. So we greatly appreciate that. We wouldn't have been able to get all these things, get this event promoted as well without those flyers and the posters.
It seems like every time we interview, it's a demonstration that the people of Southeast Colorado come together to support each other.
I think so too. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah. So very cool. Thank you for helping bring our community together, and thank you for the great community support Tri-County Family Care Center gives.
I need to say one more thing.
Let's do it.
Okay. As you're talking, I think of some other things. We decided this year, well, in the past, we tried to get the teams to dress up too. And, something.
Medieval garb.
Yeah. So this year, we're going to go ahead and have some helmets and some tunics that if the teams want to put those on, they can.
Okay.
But if the teams actually come in their own costumes, we're going to judge those and give them a prize also.
Okay, multiple costume contests.
Yeah.
Come see a unicorn in real life.
Right. Yeah.
It's all about the phrasing, right?
That's true. That's true.
Okay, thank you very much, Sarah.
Yeah, but again, I hope people will join us. Again, we're trying to set it up like a medieval mini Renaissance harvest festival, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope people will come and join us. And again, if you want to be on a team, please let us know so that you can sign up ahead of time.
And there is an entry fee if you're going to come spectate. But there are going to be awesome things to do.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because it's
$7 for adults, $5 for kids 8 to 18, 7 and under free.
right.
And bring the kids, bring the family, have a great time for a great cause, supporting the many wonderful programs at Tri-County Family Care Center.
Thank you.
All right, cool. We'll see you guys on Saturday, September 21st at the Arkansas Valley Fairgrounds. For Tri-County Family Care Center with your Southeast Colorado News, I'm Adrian Hart.